Okay, chapter 11. Wow, this is where we get a bit of information as to what's going on in the village since Jim has ran away and Huck has faked his own death and also ran away. So we just need to back up a little bit and remember a couple of things from earlier chapters. One, we find out that Jim decided to run away because he found out he was going to be sold. So he decided it was best to run away. Obviously, we would all agree with him there. That's probably the best. And then we also find out, you also need to remember that Huck faked his own death. He slaughtered a pig, threw the blood all around, and made it look like he was murdered in hopes that Pap and the widow would be content with that and not think he was still alive and go after and look for him. Well, what he finds out is that there is a lot of talk about Huck's death or his murder, and how this comes up is so now we're in chapter 11 and he walks into this house. The old lady invites him in, says, "Oh, you look tired and hungry, let me get you something to eat." And she's just kind of going on and talking about the town because she is told from Huck pretending to be a girl that her name is Sarah Williams from Hookersville. So she's filling Sarah Williams in on all the happenings going on in their town. Meanwhile, she's eyeing him suspiciously. She knows there's something up. She can tell it's not actually a girl. So she tells him that all the people in the town originally think that Pap murdered Huck. So they were they were trying to lynch Pap, and Pap's like, no, it wasn't me. So then for a while, their suspicions land on Jim because they notice there's some irony that Jim ran away the same day that Huck was murdered. But then eventually things go back on Pap. Pap runs away, and she tells Huck that there is a $200 reward for anyone who finds Pap and brings him back home. And then there's also a $300 bounty out for Jim. And then things get a little interesting because she says she notices a lot of smoke over on Jackson Island. And she tells Huck that her husband's planning to go over that very night to see if that's where Jim is hiding because they could really use the $300. So Huck's getting nervous now. Meanwhile, while he's getting nervous, she's growing more suspicious that she is not who she says she is, this Sarah Williams. And so she's really sneaky and she says, "Hey, I have a rat over there in my house. Can you throw this piece of lead at it and kill it for me?" And what she's looking for is a true girl during this time, remember, would have thrown it, really girly and wouldn't really have been able to do it very well. Well, Huck, he takes this piece of lead and he just hurls it at the rat, and he's having a blast. And so right from that, she catches him. She said, "Aha, you're a boy. You're a runaway, and that's fine. Please tell me your name." Well, so then he makes up yet another name and says, "I'm sorry, I'm George Peters. I'm an apprentice for a mean farmer, and I'm running away from this farmer that doesn't treat me very nice." She continues to question him a little bit more, but eventually Huck gets the heck out of there, hops in the canoe, gets to the island as fast as he can, and says, "Jim, we have to get out of there. They're looking for you. They're on their way over here. We have to leave." So they're packing all those things, and then they get out of there. And so they get a lot of information, and thankfully decided to get the information that was most important, and that's that somebody was going to find them had he not gone to shore the way he had. So now they're on the run again, now leaving Jackson Island. Thanks.